welcome back to Shelabobby Handmade. My name is Caitlin, known just about everywhere on the internet as Shelabobby, and today we have a podcast. So up front, the normal, admin-y things. Number one, air conditioner is on. I am sorry, it is too hot to not have it on. Number two, I don't know what's going on here. I tried to fix it. It wants to be what it wants to be. It got rained on earlier, so my hair's doing what it wants to do. So I apologize. I understand there's like this weird little double layer thing. We're letting it be. We're letting it be how it wants to be today. Alright, so today we have finished objects. We have works in progress. We have some acquisitions. And we have a giveaway winner because last podcast was my 1-year anniversary of the podcast. So I have a giveaway winner. I will announce that near the end. Yeah. So let's get right into finished objects. So the first finished object that I have is my Rio Grande River Gorge socks. And my camera's a little bit different today, so bear with me. Rio Grande River Gorge. These are a leftover pair of socks, so I made a pattern sock for my sister, and I really loved this colorway, so I went ahead and made myself a pair. These are, the yarn is by Long Dog Yarn. It's her Yarn of Enchantment, which is her monthly club that she releases. I think it's until December, so we're getting near the end of that. I have, let's see, what month is this one? I have August's here to show you today, so I think we only have September, October, November, and December left. But I make my sister a pair of socks out of these. That is a pattern sock each time, but if I am really enjoying it, I am making myself a pair as well. So these are socks for me, which means that they are 68 stitches. My go-to for socks are US 1s, magic loop, 2.25 millimeter. I cannot remember if I made these on magic loop. I think I did. Let's see, what did I make last time? Yep. So these were made on magic loop, which actually means that I made these or not on magic loop. I made these on 9-inch circulars, which means I actually made them on US 1 2.5 millimeter needles, because I have to go up a size for small circumference socks. So these are 68 stitches made for myself. The mini is actually a mini from Long Dog Yarn, but I don't remember the colorway because it was part of a mini set, so not sure the colorway or what collection it was from. It was either the Villains set or the one collection to rule them all, which was the Lord of the Rings set. So one of those is where the cuff and toe. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days. I apologize. This was my 15th summer sock camp pair of socks for this year, and I started these August 10th and finished them August 18th. I think that is all the information that you really need to know about these, but they're just vanilla socks for myself. The next finished object that I have is my Titty Gaga socks. So these are the Titty Gaga socks by Nancy Wheeler, and this is in Long Dog's Yarn of Enchantment, Billy the Kid, which was May's? Yes, which was May's colorway. So it comes with a mini and a main color. So I made these for my sister. Again, make them every time for my sister. These are the medium size, which is the 64 stitches. And I cast these on August 10th and finished them August 23rd. Not much to say. I really did enjoy the actual pattern of these socks. It was easy to commit to memory and do on the go. I worked on these quite a bit, in the car and things like that, so it was easy to remember the repeat of what you were doing. Didn't have to look too much. I did change the heel for this. It was I believe just a regular slip stitch heel flapping gusset with garter edging. I do not like garter edging. It is not my favorite, so I switched this to a eye of partridge heel. just to change it up a little bit and add some interest to the bottom of the foot. The front of the sock has the, I don't really know what those things are called that go up the middle, but fun little texture there, and then the little boobies on either side, and then on the back of the sock you also get that little detail as well. I think that's all the information for that one as well. I did the 1x1 ribbed cuff as it called for in the pattern, so the only thing I changed really was the actual heel on that one. So let me stack my finished objects over there, and that's the only 2 finished objects I had this time. I am slowing down on my sock mojo. It is not as prevalent, I think is the word that I want to use there, as it has been in the past 2.5 months, over 2.5 months, because we are on August 25th today for myself. So yeah, I think my sock mojo is slowing down. I am starting to think of some other projects that I want to work on in September, one of which is a crocheted cardigan. I want to finish up the crochet blanket that I'm about to show you. So yeah, there's a lot of other projects starting to ring around in my head, getting a little bit of inspiration to work on some sweaters and things like that. So socks will always be here. Do not worry. Socks are my main thing. It's just I want to work on some other things as well. I don't know if I mentioned that, but that was my 16th summer sock camp finished pair. I don't know how many more I'm going to get done. We'll talk about that in finished objects. I mean, works in progress. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, you guys. I feel like my brain is rattling around. Little life tangent here. I feel like my brain is rattling around inside. I don't like change, and I'm redoing my room, like rearranging my room so that I can get some more furniture next weekend, so that I have more storage, because that's the problem, is I don't have enough room for storage things. I need more vertical height to store some things. So I've rearranged my room, and so that has rattled me this weekend, plus being like, you know, tired from rearranging the room. And we're starting on another run for the roosters. So it's just been a time. So I feel like my brain is just fried. Anyway, let's get into works in progress. Okay, so it is the bi-monthly update on the Ocean Waves blanket. I'll pick it up here in a minute. It is getting big. But this is my crochet blanket that I have been commissioned to make from my friend, and he wants it for Christmas, so I'm trying to have it done by Thanksgiving, which is the 25th of November. 25th, 24th. Is it a number? Like, I know Christmas is the 25th, but I think Thanksgiving is the 4th, 3rd? I don't know. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Find my calendar. Here we go. Which is in November. Thanksgiving is the 28th this year. It's the last Thursday in November. Anyway, I want to get it done by then so that I can get it shipped off by the first week in December, so that he gets it in plenty enough time before the major holiday shipping rush happens. So anyway, I have measured the blanket. We are halfway there. We're halfway done with the blanket, so we are right on task. We are on projection for having it done on time. I have not worked on it this weekend, which I work on it on the weekends right now during summer sock camp is when I've been focusing on the blanket, but I have not worked on it this weekend just because I was redoing my room yesterday and I didn't get set down to do anything within knitting or crochet any of my making until it was like 9 o'clock, and so I just worked on a sock yesterday. But I will work on it this afternoon now that I have it out and ready to go. It'll be my project for this afternoon. But this pattern is a free pattern by Lauren Brown. If you are interested in any of the colorways that are in this blanket, please go ahead and check out the Ravelry link below. And yeah, all the colors will be listed there. When it is a finished object, I will go through it in detail, but just showing progress, which I do every other podcast. So it is getting large and in charge. So where I am, let's unfold it here. So I am now officially halfway, which means I have done 50 inches of blanket in length. Where I was last time, we'll turn this little baby around. I have not sewn in my ends. That was supposed to be my progress or project for this weekend, so I'll do it later. But where this Buzz Lightyear stitch marker is where I was the last time I showed it, which would have been two podcasts ago. I need to slow down. I think that's my problem. Slow down, girl. 2 podcasts ago, which means a month ago is when you last saw this. So I have almost completed a full repeat, and like I said, I will work on it this weekend, tonight, this afternoon, and get some more progress done on it. So it is a very, very large blanket. It is a queen size blanket, which is going to be 90 inches in width and then 100 inches long. So halfway there. It's a fun project. I really like this this pattern. It is great. But yes, it is coming along nicely. Looking forward to getting on in the second half of the blanket and getting it worked on. I'm going to go ahead and move the progress marker because I will totally forget when I pick this up later, so that when I show it next time, you will see where we were at. So that is now moved and ready. Hopefully that won't be in the frame. Perfect. Okay, so that is the details on that. The next work in progress that I have is a sock, of course. This is living in my Karen bag, which is just a cute little bucket bag with mushrooms on it. I added the carabiner so I can clip it on things. It is my on-the-go bag, so it is ready to go. This is made in Trekking XXL in 721, which I'm calling a ketchup and mustard colorway. It is for my friend Rezzy. He likes red, and so I sent him this when I got it. I have a little knot that I've been slowly working towards and pulling out little loops as I go, but almost there that I can actually get that worked out because it bothers me while I'm working on it. I think you saw the beginnings of this in the last podcast. I haven't worked on it too much because I was focused on the Titty Gaga socks mostly. But this is a 3x1 ribbed sock that I am doing. So that's the cuff of it. There is no actual cuff. I'm just doing 3x1, trying that out and see how he likes it. I have completed the slip stitch, heel flap, and gusset. I have done the heel turn, and I think I am 3 decreases away from being done with the actual gusset. So the bottom of the sock will be stockinette, no ribbing on that once I got to the foot, and the front will continue the 3x1 all the way down. I don't particularly like how this turned out. I was not paying attention yesterday when I stopped the leg and went into the gusset. I did not realize that I had done a strip of white. Otherwise it would just be a chunkier orange stripe or a yellow stripe, yellowy orange stripe, and it would have continued in the correct pattern. But I'm not going to fuss about it. It's going to look pretty cute. It's kind of look like a vintage sock. I don't know. I'm kind of excited about it. Trying not to let the mistake of one round of white bother me too much. So I only have that one sock, so it is continuing on. Since this is for a male friend, I'm doing US 1.5s, 2.5 millimeters, 72 stitches, magic loop. I think that's all of like the major details on those. Yeah. This will likely be my 17th pair of summer sock camp socks. I'm going to focus on them and get them done this week. There's one more week for me in summer sock camp, so I'm going to focus and get those done at least and be at a total of 17. I do have another pair of socks on the needle, which is in my summer sock camp prize bag from JM Yarn and Crafts, my little chicken bag. And these are socks for Kate. So here is the yarn. She picked this out a couple of weeks ago. I wound it up to start socks for her during summer sock camp, but we all know that my summer sock camp plans changed from 30 pairs of socks to just beat your record of 15 with all the craziness that has been going on. These are the Yarnable socks from May of 2024, Berry Citrus Bliss. She really liked this colorway, thought it kind of looked like lemonade, like pink lemonade, and so I started her a teeny tiny little pair of socks. I believe I have 1 or 2 more rounds on the cuff for her. She is my niece. Sorry, I don't know if I said that. She is being my niece, Kate. And so she is 9 years old. So she has, I'm doing small socks. That is 56 stitches. And I'm just going to do a vanilla sock for her. Kind of a longer leg, cozy socks for her. So nothing too fancy with this one. Since they are smaller ones, I have put Summer Sock Camp pair number 18 with a bunch of question marks around it, because if I get those done, I will focus on these, and hopefully I'll end up with 18 pairs for Summer Sock Camp. We'll see. We'll see. So it's actually going to be a little while. It won't be until September that you guys will get an update from me from a podcast. So if you want to see these 2 socks and if I get them done, please follow me on Instagram, because I post them on Instagram whenever I have completed a pair of socks. So if you want to see if these 2 get done before the podcast in September, in 2 weeks, then look on Instagram and see what I do. Cheer me on. So those are the only works in progress that I have. Like I said, life has been a little bit crazy, so I've been focusing on these projects and getting these done. I still have a lot of socks I want to get done and make for Christmas, along with the Long Dog Yarn of Enchantment socks. I really want to continue making a pattern sock for my sister and give those to her for Christmas. So her birthday is in September, and I plan on giving her a couple of pair of the vanilla socks that I've made for her and get those to her, and then she'll have 12 pairs of socks for Christmas. So that's the plan. That's the goal. That's what we're going with. Acquisitions next? Let's do acquisitions next. So let's keep on the Long Dog Yarn theme, and this is the Long Dog Yarn for August. It is later in August, so I think everyone should have their sock set, but if not, look away, don't be spoiled. Here is the card that came with it this time, which is the Santa Fe, New Mexico, capital city of New Mexico, and the inspiration picture for this was this little door, which you'll see on the tag in the close-up, but I think this picture really brings out the colors that inspired her as well. And this is the sock set, and this is one of those colors that I would have been like, I would not pick that out. Like, I would not go in the store and say, this is the one I want to get right here. But I love the pops of this blue, and I can't wait to see how that's going to come out in a textured sock. I don't know which textured sock I'm going to use with this one. I have to do the alien socks from last month first. But these, I think, are going to be very pretty and maybe a lacy type of sock. So maybe I'll do one of Kelly Menzies' sock patterns, Rowo and Cade's. She has some pretty ones that I have. Yeah, that'll be the plan. Anyway, that's the Long Dog Yarn of Enchantment for August. And excited to get those cast on. Likely not for Summer Sock Camp, because that's winding down and I don't think I'm gonna meet my goal, and that's okay, unless, like I said, unless I can whip out 12 pairs of socks, and that's not gonna happen. We're not even gonna go there. The next acquisition that I have is from Costa Yarn, and I pre-ordered this a couple months ago. This is the Love 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 colorway. It is on her classic sock base 80/20 2-ply, which is going to give that nice plump, super nice sock. And so it's just like a cream beigey base with rainbow speckles all throughout. So I saw this on her Instagram and said, yes, please, I need that. So that is part of my acquisitions that came in last week. I got these yesterday, and the cool thing about these is that they don't count towards my purchased skeins for this year. I currently do not count mini skeins in my stash up and down, my stash net zero for the year. So these don't count because they're mini skeins, and I'm sharing them, so they also don't count. I got these yesterday. I've talked about it before. My local yarn shop closed their brick and mortar, but they still do an online shop, and she had a shop day yesterday. Had some delicious cookies and lemonade, and we sat outside. I did get a scalp burn because I was sitting in the sun, but it was a great time, and they had some new mini skein sets. And so this is from the Wicked Stitch, which is a local North Carolina dyer. I believe she's in Hampstead, North Carolina. But my local yarn shop sells these, sells the Wicked Stitch yarns, and so she had a whole bunch of these little mini sets. So me and Kate, my niece, picked them out. We're going to share them, and so I believe this is the one that she picked out, which is Robin's Egg. So it has some beautiful colors there. This is the one that drew my eye, which is Toasted Marshmallow. Beautiful fall colors. And then this was one that we picked together, which is a Juniper. I believe that's what that's called. Yeah, Juniper. And these are all on her 75-25 base. So I have this color already, so I'll probably give that one to Kate. And I have this color already from mini skeins that I picked up before. So there's a double one in there as well. But that is a-okay. They're mini skeins. They're used for heels, cuffs, and toes. They're used in my blanket. That's what most of these are going to go in. I think I'm going to do a fall section in my crochet blanket. But so I picked these up, and will now split them with Kate and add them to her stash, which is at my house, and my own stash. So I got up to start the next clip and looked over at the camera, and it is a little bit dark. It started to rain while I'm filming, so I am sorry if the lighting has been a little bit funky today. It is the time that I have to record this, so bear with me if there's some technical things going on or brain things going on. The last acquisition that I have is actually a prize that I won. Again, summer sock camp. I was absolutely shocked. I watched right after I finished recording the episode last week, I watched the Crazy Sock Ladies podcast, and my name was on there for the Instagram winners. So I reached out to Kay, and I was like, hey, I won like last month. I don't know if duplicates are allowed, you know. And she was like, absolutely, duplicates are allowed. I'll contact the supplier for the prize. So the prize came from Heart to Heart Knitting and Fiber Arts in, I don't know how to say that, in Washington. And so I believe this is a shop. I have not checked out their shop just yet, but you can see the website information there, and so I have it on my list. That's why I kept this card, because I want to check out their website. And they sent me a Life in the Long Grass skein of yarn. Now this particular skein of yarn is a twist sock, which is 80/20. Again, a 2-ply plushy yarn in this beautiful red color. And as soon as I pulled it out, I said, that sock's for Rezi. So Rezi, if you're watching, surprise, you're getting 2 pairs of socks for Christmas. So it came with, they have a little progress keeper on here that has Heart to Heart on it. There is no colorway on this skein of yarn, so I do not know the colorway. I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with Life in the Long Grass yarns or colorways or anything like that, so I do not know what this one is in particular, but it is a gorgeous red to light red pinkish colors variegated yarn. So surprise, 2 summer sock camp wins. I was absolutely shocked. So yeah, that is my acquisitions that I have for you this time. Just some general lifey stuff. Everything is going great. The chickens are doing great. I'm sure they're out there loving the rain right now. They're like little ducks. But we are looking to start separating the roosters from the hens, only in the fact that there's not enough hens to take care of the roosters, or the roosters to take care of the hens. There's too many roosters to take care of the hens, and so we are going to have to separate them, just to, one, take care of the hens and make sure that they're not injured in any way, and then also we don't want little baby roosters or chicks at the moment. So anyway, we were going to separate their run. It's a pretty long run, and we were going to separate the last section of it and section that off for the roosters. And that was the plan up until about a week and a half ago. And we started talking about getting just another section of a run to attach to it, because the amount of money we would have to purchase in building supplies to separate that section, which I'll try and include a picture if I can, to separate that section and build a wall with a door and all of that, it would just be cheaper to buy another section of run, since we already have the rest of the supplies that we would need to finish it off and secure it. So we bought another section of a run, and we're just going to place it next to it. So we had intended to work on it today some, but it is raining, so doesn't look like that's going to happen, and we don't technically need it for a little while. The hens will be mature at 16 to 18 weeks, and we are about 4 to 6 weeks away from that. So we should get them out as soon as possible, just to make sure everything's good, but they're okay right now. They're very friendly to each other, barring Shanti. I think she's the lead hen right now. She's the top of the pecking order, and Cluck Norris is the lead rooster, and they are at odds sometimes. And Shanti wins. She grabs onto the comb of Lord Cluck and will not let go until he screams for mercy. So they know how to take care of themselves. But yeah, so everything's going great with them. Charlie is still doing fantastic. My little bunny, she's doing great. Yeah, my room, I'm redoing it. I'm buying some furniture next week and redoing and putting things away. And I may, depends on how things, like lighting wise, I'll do some tests. I may be able to record in my room, which would be nice. One, for air conditioner, and two, I may not have as much glare in my room if I am able to record in there. So we'll see. Fun stuff. And also bought some stuff for the podcast for, what's that stuff called? Vlogmas in December. So lots of fun things coming up for life in general. Yeah. All right. So let's do the giveaway from last podcast. So last podcast was my 1-year anniversary, and I asked you guys to write a comment to enter, and then I would do a random draw for that giveaway. So I'm going to put the winner, the screenshot of the winner's comment, right here, and congratulations. I don't know who you are yet, but congratulations. And the winner of this giveaway is getting a pattern of their choice. That can be from Ravelry, or it can be from any of, individual sellers as well. So, winner, if you will please reach out to me by emailing me at shelabobbyhandmade@gmail.com. I'll have that here on the screen. If you will please email me here, let me know that you were the winner, and let me know the pattern that you would like to be sent. If it is a Ravelry pattern, please link directly to the pattern and let me know your Ravelry username so that I can send that directly into your library. If it is a off-site from Ravelry, if it is an individual seller or something like that, then I will use the email address that you email me at to purchase your pattern. If you are the winner, just let me know you are the winner, and I will get that pattern sent out to you. So congratulations, and thank you everyone for the lovely comments. I am not surprised that everyone, just about everyone, loved making socks. So not surprised, we are all friends here. But thank you so much for all the likes and comments on the last video and for the congratulations. I am hoping to continue for another year of fun sharing fiber works in progress, finished objects, lovely yarn, and build a little community here. So that is all that I have for you today. Thanks again for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.